It's worse when we're talking about or hearing speculation about you fighting somebody that literally fights 3 weight divisions lower than you.
Very excited. You know, this is the biggest fight of my career, if it happened. And I'm just looking forward to it. I'm excited.
Hey, Crawford?
Yeah.
I think Canelo's just too big for Crawford. I mean, Terence Crawford is another, amazing fighter.
Stephen A. Smith didn't hold back during a live interview, sending a clear warning to Terence Crawford about his upcoming fight with Canelo Alvarez. He made it known that he strongly disapproves of the matchup, saying outright that he hates the idea. According to Smith, Crawford is naturally much smaller, 3 weight classes below Canelo, and just doesn't have the size to go toe-to-toe with him. He urged Crawford to think twice, stressing that the difference in size and power could put Crawford at serious risk.
You have Crawford versus Canelo.
I hate it. I don't like it one bit. I think that Crawford is the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet. I think that Canelo is one of those folks. But Canelo is fighting at 168, which means he's walking around heavier.
Former world champion Amir Khan, who fought Canelo Alvarez in 2016, has also shared a serious warning with Terence Crawford. Reflecting on his own experience, Khan admitted he underestimated the impact of the weight difference. He described Canelo as a beast in the ring and said the fight made him truly understand why weight classes matter.
Canelo's a beast, man. Canelo's a beast. And you know, when it was offered to me, I tried to chase the Mayweather fight at that time, and it happened. And obviously, I was probably at my peak of my career there as well. So, whoever I was going to fight, I was going to give him a hard fight regardless. Because we were probably winning that fight against Canelo until he knocked me out. But, yeah, I was boxing well. But you know, one thing, size, now I understand why they make weight divisions in boxing. Every weight division. But then again, look, bro, you would probably take it. I was offered like 10 million quid, bro. Yeah. 10 million quid, bro. Look, end of the day, this is like, it's a lot of money, you know. I thought about it. What made me, when I got the deal on the table for 10 mil, I was like, should I take it or not? But then I worked it out. Normally, after 3 or 4 hard training camps and fights to make that kind of money, that's still one fight. So you gotta do it in that one fight. You know what I mean?
Does Canelo beat Crawford?
Size, bro. Remember, but Crawford then is a big boy as well. Crawford's a big guy when it comes to weight. A box fight, yeah.
So you think?
I think Crawford, in my opinion, but size might matter. But then again, I think since when I fought Canelo's become a better boxer. He started boxing more better.
Boxing legend Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. didn't hold back when giving his opinion. He firmly believes Terence Crawford should avoid fighting Canelo at 168 pounds. Chavez warned that if the fight happens at that weight, Crawford is guaranteed to get knocked out. While he respects Crawford's skills, Chavez feels Canelo's strength and power at super middleweight are just on another level. And coming from someone with decades of experience in the sport, his words carry a lot of weight.
The 2 fighters are going to be different weight classes, even though they're going to fight on a specific weight. He believes that they're just going because of the money, Crawford, but probably Canelo is going to knock him out.
Despite all the warnings, Terence Crawford isn't backing down. He's made it clear that he's confident in his abilities, saying he's taken on fighters even bigger than Canelo in the past. In Crawford's view, Canelo's biggest edge is his size, not his skill. And that belief in himself is exactly what fans admire about him. He's never been one to shy away from a tough fight and always trusts his talent to get the job done. Still, many experts caution that facing Canelo at 168 pounds could be a whole different challenge, one that might be unlike anything Crawford has seen before.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not. Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is night and day.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo going?
a tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
During a live interview, Stephen A. Smith didn't mince words. He gave a direct warning to Terence Crawford, saying he's simply too small to fight Canelo. Smith stressed that moving up 3 weight classes is a huge leap, and history shows it usually doesn't work out for the smaller fighter. While he acknowledged Crawford's impressive skill set, Smith believes the size gap could be a serious problem. He needs to let it go, Smith said flatly, pointing out that even if Crawford lands clean punches, they might not be enough to hurt someone as strong as Canelo.
Let me tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jamel Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life, and he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it and lost fight number 2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
Renowned trainer Joel Diaz also spoke out bluntly, calling the idea of Crawford beating Canelo stupid. He highlighted the major size difference and reminded everyone that Canelo has already defeated top-tier super middleweights and even light heavyweights. From a coach's point of view, Diaz sees this matchup as completely one-sided and believes it wouldn't end well for Crawford.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that. But I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
Sean Garcia echoed similar concerns, saying that while Terence Crawford is an exceptional boxer, the combination of Canelo's experience and physical strength makes this an almost impossible challenge. No matter how good Crawford is, Canelo is just too big, Garcia said plainly. Stephen A. Smith also revisited this point, acknowledging Crawford's world-class skill and dominance at welterweight, but raising a critical question. Can he even hurt Canelo? Smith pointed out that technical ability might not be enough. If Crawford doesn't have the punching power to make Canelo respect him, he could be walking into a very punishing and dangerous fight.
You know what? I think my initial reaction would be to say that I think that Crawford would be the superior boxer, as great as Canelo is, as seasoned as he is, with 65 fights, if I recall, on his record. I think boxing-wise, he's going to give Canelo fits. Don't believe he can hurt Canelo. I just believe that Crawford hasn't been in the ring with anybody this powerful. Again, Crawford is the superior boxer. But if he can't hurt Canelo, you can't keep him off him. He says it's a legacy fight, and he believes he can do the same, and he wants to do the same against a fighter the caliber of Canelo Alvarez, which is why we haven't really seen him in the ring against anybody else. Fortunately, that's the business of boxing. He's a victim of it, not a villain.
Promoter Eddie Hearn called the potential matchup a freak fight. While he has great respect for both Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, Hearn warned that the huge size difference makes it feel more like a spectacle than a genuine contest. He pointed out that even if Crawford puts on a great performance, the public might not fully appreciate it because of the obvious size gap. On the flip side, If Canelo wins, many might dismiss it as a fight he was expected to win all along.
How is Crawford going to be able to bridge this weight gap?
Yeah, I don't think he can, in all honesty. I mean, he might not be able to bridge it on Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
one weight class.
68, yeah, but you're coming up from 35. 35, 40, 47, 54. Sooner or later, it's one too many. And 68 is definitely too many. But Crawford's brilliant. Like, he's a genius. He's a generational great. So maybe he can find a way to do it. But I feel he'd be hugely outsized against Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. But you have to use your movement. If you're Terence Crawford in that fight, the last thing you want to do is stand and trade. He'd be moving a lot in that fight, trust me. I'm not saying he'd be running, but he would be moving a lot. Of course, that's the way to beat him.
Yeah.
You know.
Trainer Robert Garcia offered a different perspective, saying that a lot of fans just aren't interested in this fight. He believes the boxing world would rather see Terence Crawford face someone closer to his own size, perhaps a top contender at 154 or 160 pounds. In Garcia's view, the Canelo matchup feels forced and lacks the natural balance and competitiveness that usually make great fights truly exciting and memorable.
I want to see Crawford versus Canelo. I think people are going to say, oh, that's too much, moving up 2 more weight divisions, 2 more. So thank you, my man. Thank you. I don't think it's going to be, I don't think that'll bring that much attention anymore, because I think if you were going out there and destroy this guy, then okay, he can move up and fight against Canelo. But I think it'll be hard for people to buy that, you know, that he could fight somebody like Canelo, because Canelo's just too big. That's 2 weight divisions.
Boxing analyst Showbiz The Adult added a chilling take, recalling the sheer sound and power behind Canelo's punches from up close. He doesn't believe Crawford could handle that level of force. While he respects Crawford's skill and toughness, he pointed out that the kind of punch resistance needed at 168 pounds is on a whole different level compared to 147. According to him, just one clean shot from Canelo could be enough to change the entire fight in an instant.
Spaceman Films. What up, Biz? Who you got? Canelo Crawford?
Yeah, got Canelo. I heard the punches that he hit Charlo with. I don't know if Crawford can absorb those punches. I know he's a great man and a great warrior. When you come from 147 to put on a better fight than Charlo, I mean, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means that Crawford is so great and he can do that, or that means that Charlo set the bar so damn low that anybody can do better than Charlo did last night.
Do skill really pay the bill? Because that would be tough.
Skill pays the bill. That's why Canelo's skillful too.
Check out the projected odds that came out. One of the odds projectors say Canelo is opening up as the favorite, -130. Crawford is +100. That's damn near 50-50. Another one says Canelo Alvarez is the favorite, -185. Crawford is the underdog, only +55. Let me tell you something. If those are the odds on my booking come day one, I'm max betting Canelo Alvarez. I could give a damn. Y'all mean to tell me that y'all think it's 50-50? I'ma empty my account on Canelo Alvarez. I don't have to bet KO, none of that shit. If y'all think it's that close, I'ma empty my account. $30,000, I can give a shit. I'm about to come up. I was gonna bet on Crawford thinking he'd be the huge underdog. Y'all got it that narrow?
In a back-and-forth exchange with veteran boxing journalist Dan Rafael, Stephen A. Smith once again voiced his doubts about Crawford's chances of beating Canelo. Rafael, however, pushed back, saying that Crawford isn't the type to take a fight just for the payday. He'd be stepping in the ring to win. Still, even Rafael admitted that beating Canelo would be an enormous challenge. For Crawford to have any real shot, he'd need to fight a near-perfect fight from start to finish.
I think Terence Crawford is a marvelous boxer, arguably the best in the world, pound for pound. But can you hurt Canelo? If you can't hurt him, I have no doubt he can outbox him. My issue is, if you can't hurt him, what kind of a challenge can you truly pose? What do you say to that?
No, that's a great point. I mean, here's the thing. Canelo Alvarez has a historically great chin. Now, I go way back when he first came to the United States and started boxing, and he found himself on an HBO pay-per-view undercard years and years ago, fighting against the older brother of the great Miguel Cotto. His name was Jose Miguel Cotto, and he had gotten a ton of hype. He had signed with Golden Boy Promotions, and a lot of those of us in the media, and I had seen him a couple of times before that. This is my first time seeing him in person, really paying close attention, and he almost got knocked out in the first round. And I remember Stephen A., all of us looking around at Media Row going, what the heck is this all hyped about? This man can't take a shot. He's going to get drilled. He was lucky that the fight was over, that the round was over in round one, or there might have been some much more trouble. Stephen A, that was like, I don't know, 16, 17 years ago. I've never seen him wobbled, rocked, physically, visibly hurt since then. He has an all-time great chin going in the ring with tremendous punchers. Terence Crawford coming up 2 weight classes, do any damage? Yeah, he's a slick boxer, and he's also a good puncher in the welterweight division, in the junior welterweight division, in the lightweight division. But even at junior middleweight, which is where Terence Crawford had his most recent fight back in August, when he moved up and he won a world title, he didn't blow the doors off. He fought a very tough, solid opponent named Israel Madrimov. He gave him a good fight. It was very close. Madrimov's people seem to think he might have even been able to edge it out. But if you can't hurt an Israel Madrimov at 154, what the heck are you going to do with Canelo Alvarez, the sturdiest guy in the world, at 168? So that aspect of it is certainly a problem. You mentioned about Charlo. Charlo was there to get his check. I know one thing about Terence Crawford. He's not going to just come to turn up to get the check. He'll at least try. And Charlo, I don't think, really tried.
Former super middleweight champion Carl Froch also criticized the potential matchup, saying it wouldn't be a competitive fight. In his view, the size and strength difference is simply too much for Crawford to overcome. Froch doesn't believe Crawford can truly compete against someone with Canelo's physical presence. He warned that fans expecting an epic showdown might end up disappointed. Interview 13. Despite all the criticism and concern, Terence Crawford still wants the fight, and many fans are behind him, inspired by his hunger for greatness and willingness to take big risks. Crawford has never shied away from a challenge, and for him, this fight could be a legacy-defining moment. If he somehow pulls off the impossible, it would go down as one of boxing's biggest upsets. It's a high-risk, high-reward scenario, and that's exactly what has captured the attention of fight fans around the world.
Las Vegas. Now that is a fight that I'm expecting to be very good. I think it's going to be tough for Crawford. He's not big enough, I don't think. He's just not got that size. Don't get me wrong, he'll stack some pounds on and he'll grow. He's obviously bigger than his fight weight, but Canelo Alvarez has been up at light heavyweight. I know he's been up at, light heavyweight. He beat Kovalev. And then he's dropped back down now to super middle because he's probably not big enough for light heavyweight, lost to Bivol, and he's probably realised, actually, that's probably a step too far. But Terence Crawford, was he 147 pound, one of the best to do it in the business. But to come up, we know what it's like when people come up from welterweight and try and succeed a couple of weight divisions above their weight. It's tough, it's difficult.
Heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua offered a more optimistic take. While he acknowledged the clear size difference, he emphasized that what truly matters is desire and determination. In Joshua's view, if Crawford stays motivated, trains smart, and brings the right mindset, he could still shock the world. He believes Crawford has something to prove, and that kind of motivation can fuel a performance that exceeds everyone's expectations.
Canelo. Yeah, I wasn't too keen on the catchweight stuff. I feel like there's no rehydration clause, is there? No, so that would be good. And then I feel like Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. showed us that weight is good. Like, there are weight categories for a reason, but providing they're both skilled and talented, there's not much difference in weight. It's just who wants to win. And watching that fight, Conor Benn and Chris Eubank just showcased that weight it's all about that. So I'm looking forward to the Crawford and Canelo fight because I feel like Bud wants to prove a point. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be a good fight. Bud was just over there a second ago, calling him Bud like I know him, but Terence Crawford was just over there to me.
Boxing legend Oscar de la Hoya summed it up with one of the sport's oldest truths: a good small man doesn't beat a good big man. While he respects Terence Crawford's talent, de la Hoya believes the odds are heavily against him. In boxing, size, power, and durability often make the difference, and Canelo has all three in abundance.
Be part of it. William who? Canelo versus William Skull. William who?
Oscar, being back in New York over here.
No, let's just say Canelo Crawford, in the history of boxing, and this is the facts.
Let's get it.
If you see Thursdays, Tack Thursdays, I speak the facts. All right, I'll even do it for you. A good little man has never beaten a good big man in the history of the game, unless you go back to certain situations with Pacquiao beat me, but I was a dead man walking anyway. But a good little man never beats a good big man, so it's a tough test for Crawford, but I'm not counting him out.
Teofimo Lopez, known for his sharp boxing insight, praised Canelo Alvarez for his high ring IQ and physical dominance. While he acknowledged that Terence Crawford is an elite fighter, Lopez believes going up against someone with Canelo's mix of intelligence, experience, and power will be extremely tough. The added challenge, he noted, is that Crawford has never competed at such a high weight class, making the task even more daunting.
Crawford, Canelo, who you got? Crawford, Canelo? I still say Canelo. I got Canelo too. I still say Canelo. Ring IQ, I believe that Crawford has a bit more. Yeah. However, it's just the size difference. I think that where Crawford is lacking is that he should test the waters even with somebody at that weight class before facing Canelo. But hey, they say he's a dog. He's got shot in the head and drove to the hospital, so maybe that's just his mentality.
Hey, let's see. Only one way to find out till that day comes.
It's the only way, but I definitely think that it's a great fight overall. You know, black and brown is how you get down.
Canelo Alvarez's resume speaks for itself. He's faced and defeated world champions across several weight classes. Most recently, he added another title by beating William Skull, further cementing his dominance at 168 pounds. Whether that specific detail is debated or not, the bigger picture is clear. Canelo has consistently proven himself at the highest level. He's a powerhouse in the super middleweight division, and for any welterweight, like Terence Crawford, moving up to face him is an enormous challenge.
Bud versus Canelo, based on last fight, is a 50-50. So Canelo fights an undisputed champ, up-and-coming former champion, and an up-and-coming undefeated contender. And somehow those three last opponents are somehow compared to Bud's Madrimov fight, making it a 50-50 fight? Wow.
That wraps up today's video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates. See you next time.